I accidentally just ended the recording. That's my bad. We're back. Hello. Welcome back to the Talking Journal, everybody. I'm your host, Christian. As always, we don't need to run through that. But also, I do have a disclaimer before we start. I do have a space heater in my room, and it is oil. So if you hear it like heating up and like making a bunch of sounds, that is my bad. I didn't want to freeze my ass off because it was negative 10 degrees yesterday. Not in my house, but outside. Well, obviously not in my house. That would be a little concerning. However, it is getting a little hot, so I might have to turn it. Oh, did you just hear it? That was okay. Anyway, welcome back. Today marks the end of 1 week of semester 2 of my junior year, and I thought it would be fun to talk about how the first semester went. Now, when I was planning this episode, I was not aware that I already did like a mid semester 1 update because I did my thoughts on the upcoming school year, junior year so far, and I guess now we're at the end of semester 1. But I thought it would be fun to reflect on semester 1 because it was awful. So, I thought I would talk about it. I'm just so excited to talk to you guys. I missed you guys. It's been like a while since I recorded. Like I know I just do once a week now, so that kind of spaces them out further, but like I had filmed the other one early and now I'm filming this late, so it's definitely like I haven't talked to you in a while. So it's good to be back. So yeah, on that note, let's talk about how the first semester of junior year went. All right, shall we? Okay. Before we really dive deep and submerse into the hellhole of what junior year first semester was, I thought I would talk to you guys about my theory of the school year, of the school years. Okay, you need to follow me, okay? Hear me out. Hear me out. The every other year theory is this theory. Basically, my seventh grade year, it was bad, all right? But eighth grade year, I turned it around. I had a really good year. Eighth grade year was my first year having a 4.0. Haven't had it since either. It's been kind of sad. Um, but what was I saying? Oh fuck. Oh, then my eighth grade year was really good. Got a 4.0. Freshman year was the worst year of my life. Yep, it was the worst year ever. All right. But then sophomore year, I had a comeback. It was really good. It was honestly second best year. And now junior year is bad. Yeah. So it's like every other year you can have a good year. Luckily, this means I'm on set for a good year next year. That is the good news about this. Senior year, it's gonna be a good one. That's if I don't drop out. No. But I talked to people about this theory that I had, this every other year theory, and it's the same for them. Obviously, it could be reversed, like their eighth grade year was bad, but then their freshman year was really good. Their sophomore was bad. This year is good. Obviously, mine, I already told you what it was. And all that to say, I was going into junior year thinking that it was going to be a bad year. My God, was it? My God, was it? And I wonder, like, I can't help but wonder, did I have a bad year because I went into it thinking I was going to have a bad year? Or no? Um, but I also, last year, I fought really hard with my counselor to have a good schedule this year. That was where I go to college in the mornings and then I go to high school in the afternoons. Um, and God, that was not easy to get. That was so many emails we had to go back and forth with it and then readjusting of the schedule. Like that shit was not easy to get. I eventually got it. So I went into this year thinking it was going to be really good and I was so excited for my schedule this year is, and I was just nervous though because I was like this could be really bad, like what if the classes aren't good, and also I had a really good year last year like I was talking about. Um so I was really scared for this year and what that was going to be, but I thought I had learned habits that would I could take into this year and it was going to be good. Unfortunately, that was not the case. Um, so yeah, I did love, let's start off with the good. I did love going to college in the mornings and I do love my schedule now. Almost all the time I did. Um, because it was nice because I didn't have to wake up as early, and then, um sorry, brain fart. And then I would have a longer lunch, and also, I just loved the classes, so it was really nice, and like I said, it was at the college, so it was a new group of people, so you just get exposed to different people and different teachers, like, it was pretty good, I liked it, um, but that did lead me to kind of focus on those classes rather than, like, my core ones at the high school that are, like, obviously required, um, so that didn't favor me as much because since I was focusing on those, I was then neglecting this side of things where you could argue is more important, but my mindset was it's college, so obviously it's more important, but it is more important to pass the ones here because then if you don't pass the ones or get good grades in those ones, they will take you out of the college one. Luckily, I did pass, I didn't fail any. Disclaimer, I didn't fail any classes this year, thank God. Um, but then, yeah, like I said, I started not paying attention in my other classes, specifically Algebra 2. But then all of that, like, it definitely led me back into those bad habits I had freshman year, which were like procrastination, and I would turn things in late, and even kind of the whole schedule. Okay, it's so hot. Sorry, I actually can't focus. It's so hot. I'm turning this thing down. Okay. Um, Yeah. So it did lead me to fall back into those habits where I was procrastinating, and the schedule that have now did kind of lead me there because while it is great that I got to sleep in, it also led me to not wake up as early, and then I'd be running late to my classes, and that just kind of starts your day off on a bad note, and it's just it's all bad. It's not good. Uh, So I did kind of start the year on a bad note with the whole procrastinating thing, and then it kind of did lead throughout the semester. But then I kind of had a come to self moment where it was like I remember the time I was taking my algebra 2 test. I can't remember what month that was, but I was taking my algebra 2 test and I was like things have to change. You know, things have to change. Like if I get a good grade on this test, like it this is kind of like a reset for me. Like we need to have, like we need to get back on the horse. Um and I did get a 60% on the test, but then obviously with the quick retake I want to say I got a 90, maybe it was an 80. I don't know. Either way, I got it up. And then I was like, "Okay, we're not going to fall back into this. Like I really have to get back on the grind. Like, I can't let this happen again. I can't be this unprepared for a test again. Like, it's just not good." Unfortunately, that same thing happened, and I did get fall back into procrastination, and I didn't turn things in on time. And then we did just have a test for my algebra 2, and that was not good. I mean, it was fine. I can't remember what I got at first. I want to say I got an 80% at first, and then I got like a 96 at the end. So it was fine. When push comes to shove, I get there, but yeah, I was like, things need to change again. Since then, that kind of leads to where we are now. Um, but I don't know. It wasn't just Algebra 2. I can't say it was just Algebra 2 because it was also physics and AP Lit. Like, I remember there was the time, I don't know if it was I included in the other episode or not, but we were reading Animal Farm in my AP Lit class, and I would like end up reading the chapters the night before or the day of, and it was not good because we would have to go in and take the quiz. And I remember on one of the quiz, I literally got like a 0.5 out of 5, or was it out of 10? I can't remember, but anyway, it was not good, and that's when I was like, "Okay, we need a wake-up call. Like, this is the wake-up call. I need to get out of this." And then we were reading Hamlet at the end of the semester, and I was doing the same fucking thing. I was doing the same exact thing. I would read it the night before, and I mean, the struggle with this, I think I have realized what the problem is, and what a beauty that is to realize what the problem is and then to solve it, to work on steps and put things in place, make a structural shift. Um, what 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 a beauty that is. And I think what it is, well, one, okay, my English last year, I definitely didn't have much homework to take home. And if it was, it wasn't like a lot and it wasn't continuously, like it was only one or two times, I think, that I can remember. Like I really had to take something home and grind on it. But yeah, with AP Lit, it's fucking every day. I'm not kidding. I'm not saying don't take the class. Obviously, I would not saying that at all. However, yeah, it's a lot. I will say it, and all year it was even a lot, and I think I started the year off on a bad note when I didn't read To Kill a Mockingbird until like the last 2 weeks of summer break. So I didn't start off good there, but yeah, we would have to take home, and then we, oh yeah, there was the other book, How to Read Literature Like a Professor, that we had to read chapter and then take page or two of notes on every single day. It would be like multiple chapters, it'd be like 4 chapters, 2 to 4 every day. And it was a lot. Like, I mean, we have an A and B schedule, so we have half our classes one day, half of them the other day. So we do have that night and then the next night before we have the class again. So technically you do have 2 nights to do the homework, but that one leads you the night before. So that's kind of where I was stuck, is I would do it obviously not the day it was assigned. I would do it the next day. So again, that's one of those things where you have to recognize it, identify the problem, and really examine it for what it is, and then try and find a solution and put that in place. Make a structural shift to get that done. So I think that's kind of what I'm here today to do. I just keep moving around today. This is fun. I just like ants in my pants or something. Uh so yeah, I don't know. It is a lot, but it isn't at the same time. Like, really, if you think about it, it's not that much, but it coming from none to a lot, coming from none to like average, I guess, especially by AP. Like, I wasn't in AP last year. But it also, English was so easy for me last year. I had like 106, like half the year until like I didn't, which was sad, but I did end up with like A pluses, A's, A pluses, and it was easy and it wasn't a challenge. So I was like, maybe my counselor was like, well, you should take AP Lit and that'll be more of a challenge for you. Oh my God, it is. Holy fuck, I should have told her about the theory. So anyway, and it wasn't just those two, Algebra 2 and AP Lit. There was Physics 2 where I would put it off. And even still, I mean, just the other day I did my physics homework or my AP Lit homework right before I went to AP Lit. Like I was in my car on my lunch break doing the homework, like scribbling it down, you know what I mean? So those habits do still remain, and physics as well. There's been times where I've done my physics homeworks in my car because I didn't do it on time. Not on time, obviously, but I didn't do it the night before, the day before. But there's, yeah, it's like you pay the price for it. You dig your grave and you lay in it. Is that the saying? I don't know. But in conclusion, I don't think it was the best semester ever. Like, definitely wasn't the best semester ever. I think that was last year for sure, is when I was like really, but I was bored last year. So that's why I'm like kind of like on the fence about this whole semester. Like, it did teach me a lot, but yeah, last year was so boring, I remember. Is I wasn't taking, I mean, first semester was not boring because I was taking an off-campus class downtown, but and that was medical interventions. That was so fun. I loved that class. Um, but also second semester I was taking some classes, but they were online, so I was like at school all day, and that I remember wasn't fun for me. Excuse me. Like, I would have rather gone home or something. Maybe that wouldn't have worked though. So I'm kind of conflicted on where I stand on this. Like, I think some of them are exciting, like parts of it are exciting and parts of it are not. So I don't know. But I will say this past semester, I think it taught me that things are going to be fine. You know, if I get a B, is that going to be the fucking end of the world? Like I took intro to anatomy, I got a B plus. Didn't kill me, did it? No, it didn't. And what's it called? Oh, physics, I got a B. Actually, I think it was a B plus. And it wasn't the end of the world. I fucking survived. Like, it's not bad if you get a fucking B, you know? And I did go into my counselor and she was like, well, you can certainly drop it at semester and you can take physical science. And I just pushed through. I was like, it's going to be fine. Um, and I still do have the option until February 2nd to drop physics. I don't think I'm going to, though. We're going to see how this next quiz goes. And if it goes really bad, maybe I'll have to reconsider. But I think I should just grind through it as much as possible because at the end of the day, a B's a B. Who cares? And I still think, and I was talking to my grandma about this the other day too. B's, or she always says C's and D's get degrees. But I was like, when people tell me they get C's or B's or D's even, like, I don't like think that's bad at all. I actually congratulate people. Like if someone came to me and they were like, I got a B plus in intro to anatomy, I'd be like, oh my fucking God, that is amazing. Good job. And I would be sincere about it. Like I wouldn't, that sounded sarcastic when I just said that. But no, I would be sincere. And that's where I stand. I think a B plus is great, especially in intro to anatomy for fuck's sake. But for some reason, I have this block where when it's me, it's different. And I don't know why. I don't know if I hold myself to a higher expectation. I don't know. So that's kind of what I've been reflecting on recently is just why do I hold myself to this higher standard when I think this is great? Like if someone comes to me and they're like, I got a C in physics, I'd be like, good job, King. Fucking physics is hard. That's good. Like it doesn't matter. Like I don't know. And I don't know why for me that would have been the end of the world. Like I'm not kidding. But I think this year or this last semester, it kind of did teach me that it's not the end of the world if you get a B. Like, it doesn't do wonders for your GPA, but who gives a fuck about a GPA? Honestly, like, that doesn't, to me, it doesn't reflect the type of person you are. So I don't know why I keep, like, why it's different for me, you know? So anyway, I thought before I let you go, we should discuss the patterns that came up and commonalities between this year and let's say freshman year and kind of try and combat those, identify them, put things in place to get them out. So, one, I think something that arose was last year I didn't go out much. I didn't even, like, let's just say I didn't go to homecoming last year. All right. I didn't go to twerp last year. Those are the dances. I did go to homecoming this year, and I think I'm going to twerp this year. So those are two, but I also hang out with my friends a lot more. I got a car, so that's obviously like I'm barely ever home. No, but I don't think I went out much last year, and I kind of stayed home a lot and got my shit done. But this year, I think I went out a lot, so maybe we come up with a compromise. Like I can't go out until my homework's done, but like still go out, you know? But maybe I said that last year and then I ended up not going out. So, I don't know. There's got to be balance. Like I have to carve out time to do that and then go out, you know? It's just hard to have it all cuz another thing that's on this list is um get up every day by 6 at least cuz last year too I was getting up at 4 5 a.m. It was usually like 4:35 every day and it was great. I felt amazing. I loved doing that because I had time in the morning, like I would read or I'd do my homework and all that, and I had time before the day to get ready, to just like, and it was peace and quiet too. Like that was when my parents were working from home. They still do now, but and it was quiet time and I loved it. And it really did help me like mentally. Um, but it's hard to do that because if you want to go out, then you're out late and then you don't get home until like 10 or 11 midnight sometimes, and then you don't wake up early, and then yeah, it's a whole thing. So I guess it's just kind of having balance. So maybe what I have to do is I have to get this homework done, then I can go out, hold on, I have to do this and then I'll go out, maybe that's just what it has to be. And then the other one, some goals I wrote down were do homework as soon as possible. This kind of goes with the other one. Oh, my computer just turned off, so that's annoying. I could probably remember it anyway. Um, do it as soon as possible. So that's like the night it's assigned. Don't just put it off because the due date isn't coming up like the next day. You know what I mean? And maybe that does mean doing it the day it was assigned and not going out that day or something. But just get it done as soon as possible because then it's just off your back. And then if something goes wrong, like I've had instances where my computer doesn't want to work the last day, and then it's like, well, I have no other day to do it, so hurry up. Um, so maybe that's one of the goals we have to do. Just do it the day it's assigned. At least try. Do some of it the day it was assigned, but then I don't know, that kind of then you forget about it. That's kind of my case is then I just end up forgetting about it. Um then yeah, the other one was get up every day at 6 a.m. at least. I say 6 a.m. and not 5 a.m. Maybe 5 a.m. Maybe that could be a good one. 5:30. 5:30 sounds good actually. Um, because like I said, it was so beneficial mentally to get up, like to have that time as peace and quiet, excuse me, before I go to school. And that would be like if I need to get something done for the day, get it done then. And yeah, it was great. So, excuse me, I'm definitely going to do that. At least I'm going to try and do that this next week. Okay, read more books and make myself smarter because, like I said, I do feel dumb recently. Like, I feel like I had to really, really, really try just to get the bare minimum, just to get a 70%. That's not the bare minimum. Just to get a C on a quiz, like I would have to try really hard to get that. So maybe reading books would help that. I don't, maybe that would just help AP Lit. Like it'd make me a better reader. Um, and not, it would motivate me to maybe read things more. I don't know. I think just reading books it can't harm you? So next one, actively raise my hand. Oh, no, sorry. Actively participate, which means like to raise my hand in class to answer questions. Like, I feel like I didn't do that. And that kind of like leads me to fall behind. And I know everyone says ask questions, but that too, I mean, it's very important to do that and actively participate to really understand the material. You know what I mean? Next one, carve out time to, I kind of alluded to this earlier, but carve out time to study where I leave my phone in a drawer. I feel like every time I go to study, I just don't end up studying, if that makes sense. I just kind of go on my phone and then I will work on the podcast or I'll do something else. Like I'll scroll on TikTok. Like I'll do a lot of things other than study. So maybe I just need to put my phone in a drawer and study and like carve out an hour to just grind. At least until I can have more discipline. All right. This one kind of goes with the 6 a.m. thing. Get more sleep, which means go to bed earlier. I remember in sophomore year last year, I would go to bed at 9 o'clock. I was definitely asleep by 10 almost every day. And that was great. I loved it. At the same time though, then it's like, can you go out at that point? Um, and that's my next one is to still maintain a social life. So this is really just to have a balance. Oh, to have a balance. I would love to have a balance. So I don't know. I really don't know how to really solve this dilemma of sorts. Maybe it's like go to bed by 10:30, 10:30, 11 for sure. Um, but I don't know. I really don't know. Maybe it just has to be 10:30, like, I have to leave the hangout or something. Or, I don't know, hanging out earlier in the day. Like, there's a lot of different things. So, I don't know, I just really wanna try and go to bed earlier, but sometimes that can be hard, like, when I'm working, I wanna go out and I have homework to do, like, it's impossible. So, I'll try and look for that balance. I'll keep you guys updated if I ever find the fucking balance. But yeah, my goals for this semester overall are just to be a better student. I really think I fell off this past semester and I had just started turning things in late. Like I wasn't participating in class and I wasn't scoring very well. And I just felt dumb. Like I don't want to feel like that anymore. And I want to get back to where I was last year with that. And then the next one I just talked about have a life in school, but also out of school to go do things outside of school and but also to still participate in school, if that makes sense. And just the next one, take better care of myself. Going to bed sooner, getting up earlier. I just need to get my sleep, you know? But I also do want to have time in the morning. So maybe that's wake up at 6 instead of 5:30 and then still go out, but still go to bed early. But you also still get enough sleep. So maybe that's what it is. Um, we are 1 week into second semester, so I'll tell you how that was so far. Not much different than the first semester. Disclaimer, not that much different. No, I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding. I was getting up earlier than I was last semester so far, but like I did say, I was doing my homework 2 days ago in my car on the way to AP Lit. So, you know, I don't know. And I haven't been doing my physics homework or not physics, algebra 2. And I did actively participate. That's the so sad part about it is I was actively participating in class and we got to the assignment and I didn't know what was going on. So maybe I actually didn't actively participate because I had no idea what happened. Like I was like, "What? This is not what we just learned." Um so I do think though I got new classes for the college ones at least. All my other ones kind of stayed the same. That's why it doesn't really feel like a new semester is because I have the same three, but I am taking nutrition now in clinical pathology. So those are fun. I do like having the different classes. Um so that's a change I guess. And that that kind of is a little more homework than the other one was. Um Pathology and nutrition, I mean, like the other ones, they kind of gave us time in class to do it. So, and my intro to anatomy teacher, he would give us like all the weeks until the final exam to do the things for that unit. So there were some times where I did put it off until then, but I could, but now they have certain dates. So it's not like I get to do that. Um so far I'm feeling hopeful. I'm feeling hopeful for this upcoming week, especially. Like that first week is just kind of getting adjusted to it and figuring out where to go, how things are working, what teachers are doing what. Um, but I will say I was nervous at the start. Like even 2 days ago in physics, I was like, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I can do this or not. In AP Lit, especially, like she had imported our quiz grade that we took last semester into the current semester one, and I got a 7 out of 10. So I automatic and that was the first grade that went in, so I had a 70% in AP Lit for, like, a week, and I was fucking fuming. Luckily, 2 more have went in since then. It actually might be 3 more. I just got a Canvas note. Oh god, should we check it together? Let's check, guys. The 4th one got graded. What did I get? Oh, I got an 8 on that one. On the 2 other ones, I got a 10. I got an 8 on the 4th one. But I will say the 4th one, I was having a really bad day. So that was that. Um, like I was like practically crying the whole time. No, but let's hope for a 10 on the second one or on the 5th one. So I almost did drop AP Lit, but I was like, I fucking went through the whole summer homework to do this, and I stayed up so many nights to do the chapter homework and the page over. Why would I quit now? Why would I quit right now? So, yeah, now I have an 87.5. I did have a 90 this morning, but she just graded that one. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Um, it's important to know that like that's not final. We still have a whole semester to get that shit up. So yeah, I think that's all I have for you today. Kind of just me ranting again. But thank you so much for listening to this episode. And let's all just I hope for a good semester for everyone. And if you're not in school, I hope for spring, a good spring 2026. Um, yeah, for updates on the New Year's resolutions, because this kind of goes not really, but I have been getting almost 10K steps every day. I work later today, so I'll definitely be getting the 10K, but let's check it right now. Okay, we're actually only at 1,000, but that's okay. My average this year is 9,700. So there was a couple days where I didn't get it, but I make it up later in the week, such as this one. And yesterday I didn't get, I got 8,400, but the day before I also got 13,000. So it does even out, but I'm going to try and get a lot more today and tomorrow to make up for that. Um, I'm so sad because I would go to the park because when I went to the park the one time I got 10,000 steps easy, but well, actually I think I only got like 7,000, but it was close. And if I went around again, it'd be fine, but it's so cold. Like I just said, it was negative 10 degrees yesterday. It was ridiculous. I could join the gym, but every time I join the gym, then I end up not going. So, but in other news, on the resolutions list, I have been flossing every single day. Um, I've been making podcast episodes consistently. It's only been 3, but I've been doing it. Um, I did start reading for a while there, and then I kind of fell off of it again, but obviously that was on the list of what I was going to do second semester. So hopefully we'll get back on that. Otherwise, I don't really remember any of my other resolutions. Do you guys remember them? Okay. Oh, I have not been learning guitar. Yeah. I have been trying new things, but I have not been learning guitar. My mom asked me, she was like, how's the guitar going, Christian? Not good. Don't bring that up. Don't bring that up. No, I've just been busy. I've just kind of been busy. I mean, with the podcast, working, and then homework and school, like it's a lot. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm just trying to get back into more of the creative side of me. Like I haven't been watercoloring or anything, and I've been wanting to write more. Project coming soon, hopefully. But yeah, I think that's all I have for you. I'm kind of just stalling, ending the episode. I don't want to leave you. So sorry. But luckily for both of us, we get to do this shortly on Sundays, every single Sunday until you guys get sick of me. So, thank you so much for listening. It means the world. Like I said, new episodes every Sunday, video on Spotify and YouTube only, audio anywhere else. You can follow the podcast's Instagram and TikTok for journal prompts, which are just questions that preview the episodes, which come every Saturday. And I think that's it. You can follow me on social media too, but that's not as important as the podcast. So, anyway, thank you so much for listening. I appreciate you all, and I'll see you shortly. See you shortly. Okay, I don't know how. My resolution this year should be figure out how to end an episode because I can't do it. So, anyways, goodbye. I love you. Bye bye.